Quantum Underground Podcast.
I wonder why you didn't get it before.
No, you're right. Just decided to chime back in all of a sudden.
What are we? 12?
12. This is 12 now.
All right. That's good.
We're in it.
Keeping it up. We're in the thick of the two digits.
That's right.
Only
We're in our preteen years.
90 to go, 89 to go till we're out of the double digits.
Yes.
Something like that. My math is bad.
We're getting there.
I did-
Wait. We're on 12, so that'd be 88.
88?
88, yeah.
Jesus. I did get an A in fundamentals in math. That was as far as I got.
Hey, that's something, though.
Sorry, I'm good at music math, though.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Number 12.
Number 12.
We're on it. We're in it. The thick of it.
Or in German, 12.
What is that? Oh, yeah. You know German, right?
Yeah?
How do you say 12?
12.
So, what?
12.
Okay. I'm not going to try. I'm not even going to try. All right. So 12 is going to kick off with two quick endorsements. First being what I think a lot of us and most of us indulge in once in a while is the news.
The news. Yeah.
We have to know the news. We have to know a little news, right? Even if the news of like, what's the weather tomorrow, right? Or the news of where has Putin gone to? This is what I've been
yes.
seeing a lot lately.
Yes.
Is where is Putin?
The great disappearing Russian.
Where is he? It's been 10 days, 11 days.
Oh, he's been found already.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you want to know the results of it?
Oh, yeah, what?
He disappeared for about a week total. And he was found again. Basically, the reason he disappeared was because he knocked a girl up.
Get out of here. Are you for real?
That's it. That's the only reason he was gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I didn't know this.
Yep. He got a girl pregnant. So he was
Where did you read this?
off the scene for a while. On a couple of news websites. I think Vice News actually had a piece about it.
Oh, my God, I might need to find this.
Releasing the
Jesus
information.
Christ.
I don't know. I follow a lot of. I've been finding a lot of good links through Reddit too.
Reddit has a lot of good stuff.
they-
That's an ocean of just everything.
Oh yeah.
Everything.
I've been surfing that. Sometimes you can get lost in the amount of information that's on there, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Well,
just
I don't
like-
use it that often, but they categorize it like, science, technology, social stuff.
Oh yeah, there's so many
pictures
subreddits.
of animals,
like
just whatever you want.
Reddit/funny is just like
Pretty
funny
funny.
stuff. Anything funny. Yeah, they have some funny memes on there and stuff. I like that.
Yeah, they have a lot of memes on there.
Oh yeah.
There's a meme maker, right? People make memes, obviously. I have no clue how, but people make them, right?
Oh yeah.
Just on their own home thing, or is there like a place you go to make a quick 2-second meme?
I think there is. I usually just try to find a meme that suits my needs and then
suit your
just
needs,
rip it off of Google Images.
like Christian Singles, you go to there.
Yeah.
Meet your needs.
meet my meme needs, you know. But,
All right. Anyways, the news. Yes.
Yeah.
So the site I want to talk about because it's something that I talked about. I think like 6 podcasts ago, and it was the project that the website that Glenn Greenwald is going to start. And if you've been following the news, Glenn Greenwald is the reporter / journalist who worked for the Guardian out of I think the Guardian is out of the UK, and he was the one that exposed all of the information with the whole Snowden case. And
The big whistleblower.
yeah, so he got huge off of that. Huge. He was put in the limelight for a while and still is because of that. And in reading some of the things, I think he's left the Guardian and he started his own kind of news domain. Him and I believe it's him and Jeremy Scahill who did the documentary on Dirty Wars, which got a lot of awards for.
Yeah.
So he's a really good investigative journalist and guy who makes what the hell is it called? He's done a couple documentaries, whatever that.
Oh, okay.
What is that called?
The official term for a guy who makes documentaries?
Yeah. Am I just being stupid right now? I guess I don't know.
Documentarian.
There it is. Wow.
No, I just pulled that out of my ass.
Well,
I
it's
don't know if
good.
that's real.
Pull a
but-
couple more out of your ass because it sounds convincing.
All right. We'll sell it.
So So it's him, and then the website, and also I believe a future endeavor, which is an actual live newscasting site. There's a derivative off of The Intercept. The whole thing is funded from the guy, I believe, who started eBay. eBay? Yes, eBay.
Oh.
So there's a lot of money behind it.
Big
too.
bucks, yeah.
And money that's, I don't think, slanted too much one way or the other, you know? It's
Yeah,
kind of
if it's just...
free reign,
Yeah.
you know, to kind of talk about... He obviously must believe in what Glenn Greenwald wants to do. So the website is called The Intercept, and it has a lot of good articles on there. When you go on there, it'll say firstlook.org, but you can just Google it and put The Intercept. And there's a whole back catalog of a bunch of stuff. I think this thing started at the end of 2014. I'd say maybe around November or so. It might have been even the summer, because I remember trying to follow it pretty decently even before it came out. And I definitely think it came out last year, mid-year. But because of who Glenn Greenwald is, there's a decent amount of articles on here that do talk about privacy issues, different branches of the government, CIA, FBI operations, Black Ops, things like that, and it's pretty in depth, and it's a lot of things. You know, there's a big shock exposure factor to this whole site, and because of who's associated with it, I would assume with confidence that a lot of it's pretty legit, and they have some very good sources. I mean, it's Glenn Greenwald, and kind of like. The newest article that came out today is right on the homepage. To give you an example, is one called "How the FBI Created a Terrorist," and I got through I think about 3/4 of the article, and pretty much to sum it up, it kind of just talks about how the FBI can kind of hone in and kind of get a guy from a certain type of typical background that has no money, that will kind of endorse his beginning seeds of maybe wanting to what's it called, like to almost indoctrinate himself, you know?
Yeah, someone who's definitely on the edge of doing that.
Yeah, and the article pretty much talks about how the FBI pushes these guys. They get them to even make videos. The FBI are the cameramen. And it's all under the radar to even the main guy knowing. The main guy, you know, the guy that they're trying to go after, sees them as kind of like as an ally, but an ally with someone who has resources. So then this guy will naturally follow him because he has connections. He also has financial ability to kind of do this too. And it's just kind of one of those things where in the end it says like, people that don't have even close to the means of being able to pull off certain messages or certain attacks, they're giving them the funds and doing all these things to get them to at least do even a money transfer. They can't record them killing someone, but if they can at least get them to do a certain money transfer for either weapons,
pass some funds off.
Yeah. That's enough to kind of seal the envelope on the whole thing, and to really go after him and kind of bust him for it.
Track him down.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I guess it's kind of like the controversial thing is that this guy could eventually come out of this kind of mental state just due to the hardships of even wanting to try to go even further with this, because they did a backstory on this kid that's on here, and he's he seemed like a good kid. He came from a family that came from the Middle East, moved to Germany for 10 years, then came here, and was trying to build upon just the regular American kind of boyhood dream, like the regular worries. How do I get a job? And then how do I get a car? You know?
Oh yeah.
And just because of religious associations and probably I think minor activities with communicating with certain people in the religious community or just even websites, you know, it's just that he becomes a target. And once he becomes a target, it's able to be manipulated in a certain way with this whole great theater act. You can get this kid to like they have on here, put on a vest with explosives, have guns in the background, make a message on a video camera, you know, and eventually make these financial
these
exchanges
transactions and
that you just
follow the paper trail.
yeah,
and they got them.
That you're able to just put it right on him.
Yeah, that's
That
definitely
he
the
would never be
controversy
able to
there.
do ever really on his own.
Yeah,
when you look
yeah.
at logistically how his life is and where he could potentially go, you know.
Yeah,
So they
there's
kind of
definitely that's the controversy right there.
yeah.
for sure.
The controversy is that they give him every unobtainable resource to become a legitimate terrorist, and the second he does, they bust him.
When just use it to,
there's a big possibility that if you didn't give somebody these immense resources, that hopefully that mentality would sift away, that he would continue his regular, how do I make it in America kind of idea,
right. And just kind of keep trying.
Yeah.
To
so that's just
live
kind
the
of
dream.
Exactly. So that's just kind of one story that's on here, and there's a bunch of different things, But like I said, a lot of it is along the veins of foreign policy, secrecy, and privacy protection, and just a lot of calling out a lot of different diplomats too. They call out a lot of people on here, so it's a really good website if you want to get into a little bit of the nitty gritty on like the foreign affairs and, like I said, the privacy and stuff like that. And it's run by some really legit journalists who I trust. And that was something that I remember hearing somewhere else, where we're in an age where don't trust the news outlet. You need to really research the journalists. And that's who you trust.
Every news outlet is biased.
Yeah.
It's whether it's for the right or the left. They're all selling someone else's messages. They're not selling the truth.
Yeah, they're putting up the echo chamber that's going on in that one side. Everybody's saying the same thing.
Exactly.
So
that's why people need to hunt these websites down.
Yeah.
And
just like the Vice News is and everything like that.
Yeah,
if you don't know Vice News,
I
check
love
out Vice
News,
News.
Man.
It's awesome.
I've been checking them out a lot.
And it's fun. They have all kinds of stuff. It's not just like all the madness that's going on in the world. They'll do 10-minute documentaries on this crazy island that rich people love to party on.
Yeah.
So you get
it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, and you get an awkward guy on there, trying to experience this whole ritzy kind of party life, and it's fun to watch.
It's not all the Alex Jones Black Hawk helicopters.
No, it's definitely not. They're just nice little insights into different parts of just humanity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people are crazy.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's fun to film people's craziness.
Absolutely.
So, it's The Intercept, all right? Look it up. I believe it's firstlook.org/The Intercept. But all you have to do is just put The Intercept, and it'll put you right there. Second quick endorsement is I want to also mention to everyone that if you want to do a podcast yourself, talk about whatever. I mean, what do we really talk about? I don't know. What are we talking about? We just talk about a bunch of shit. Yeah, it's like
everything.
But some people would, we're going to talk about sports, or we're going to talk about video games, or we're going to talk about social economic issues. If you're versed in all of these things, you can start one of these, and it's your platform to kind of speak and maybe just get the word out to people, and just have a good time too.
Yeah.
Because to me, this is just a good
Chat,
time. I like
let
just
people
having
know
fun
what you
doing
think,
it. Yeah, and if you like to talk way too fucking much, it's perfect for you. But the new hosting site I'm using right now is at podbean.com, and you can do it. You can try it out for free, which is what I'm using, and I don't think it's much more to actually start like a paid subscription program, which allows you a lot more memory. Because the way I use it is that we'll throw up the newest podcasts on there, but nowhere on that site you can get the back catalog except for a link that I've put on there that lets you go to a different site that has all the older podcasts if you want to listen to them. And then another link for all the videos on YouTube. But the main one is podbean.com. Go there, and if you sign up, it's very easy. It's super simple, too. They don't give you a ton of flashy options on how to do this and how to put this up there. And I know when we started the podcast, it was I had it up on another site, and it was kind of, you had a lot more eye candy on there, and I was able to put a lot more on there. But this, to me, I like it a little more just because it gives this free web hosting. The big deal about this is it gives you an option to put it on iTunes, and we all know that most everyone uses iTunes, and that's an easy way to obtain music, podcasts, and it's on your phone, your computer. It's very easy. So it gives you an RSS feed to put it on iTunes, and that's why I really liked it. So you get one podcast at a time. But once you feel that it's time to put up a new one, you just take it off and put a new one. And you do whatever you want with that last podcast, whether it's a different site that you use as an archive, or you can put it on YouTube, because YouTube also has a big memory bank for users to put up as many videos really as you want. So yeah, just check it out. If you want to do something like this or anything like that, it's podbean.com, and it's a use the free subscription for now, because if you obviously don't have the money to do it, and I really don't think it's expensive. I almost think it's a yearly subscription.
Yeah, it's probably not that bad.
No, and I think eventually we'll move up to a different host or extend this to a paid one, so that you can even just have. Because once you pay for it, you can also use whatever domain you want. Ours is momentumunderground.podbean.com, but wouldn't it be nice if it was just mup.com?
Yeah,
and that's
something a little bit.
And that's what you get if you pay. You know what I mean? So there's obviously advantages to it. But if you're piss poor like we are, you can find a way around it, and this is a nice way to use a free one. There's always ways around things, and you just try to make it as smooth as you can for people. So that's kind of what we did. So check it out. It's podbean.com.
Check it out.
Yeah, so that's it.
Hit
me, Brian. What's going on?
Well, we are super, super, super late on this, but the Oscars did happen, Harry.
Oh, God, the Oscars.
The Oscars happened.
Oh, the Oscars.
Yes.
Get your red dress.
The one time a year where actors, directors, writers can all fillet themselves over the latest Golden Award.
It's true. You're definitely right. Yeah.
But there's actually some good shit. I was pretty happy with some of the winners here.
Okay, throw them at me.
So, Best Picture, Birdman.
Best Picture, yeah, which I still haven't seen yet.
Oh man, it is awesome. The really cool thing about that whole movie is, there's obviously some editing in it, but the way that it's filmed overall is as if it's all done in one shot.
Oh, that's cool.
So there's not screen cuts or anything. It's just the camera always following characters. And you'll just keep following them over and over without it cutting out.
Yeah.
And the score is really interesting too, because
I'm interested in that.
The score is all drums.
Yeah, you said
just
that.
drums.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times I noticed they'll sneak in it won't just be drums in the background. Say Michael Keaton and Edward Norton will be walking down the street, and the drums will be going, and as they're walking, all of a sudden, the drums will get louder, and there's a street performer playing the score.
Oh, cool.
And they walk away, and it starts to fade away as they walk away and stuff. So
a lot of integration between the score and the scenes and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Plus, the story's great. It's just...
No shit.
Michael Keaton, his actor, Riggin, who was a washed-up superhero actor, getting back on the scene with this Broadway play.
So I'm
overcoming adversity.
Yeah, I'm looking up the director. I can't even.
Alejandro
Gonzalez Iñárritu.
There we go. That was good.
Iñárritu.
Hell of a director.
Yeah, he's also done Babel, which I actually bought. I actually like that movie a lot. That's a pretty heavy movie. No one's ever seen it.
I haven't seen it.
I've
heard good things.
Oh, he's a stud.
Yeah.
So watch it if you're just into studs.
Yeah, that guy's great.
What else has he done? He's on 21 Grams, too.
Oh, yep.
Have you seen that?
I have, actually, with Benicio del Toro, Sean Penn.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I did like it. That's actually one of my mom's favorite movies of all time.
Oh, no shit.
She's got a weird crush on Benicio del Toro.
Oh, I'll have to play on that next time I'm over.
Yeah, make fun of her.
No, I won't. I'm with her.
Another one. I was so happy about this. Best Supporting Actor went to J.K. Simmons, who I think really deserved some kind of award for a long time.
J.K. Simmons. I'm bad with names. Who's that?
That is none other than Vern Schillinger from Oz.
What?
Oh, yeah. Or, say, J. Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, he's been in
a lot of stuff. Or
Good for him.
the farmer's insurance guy on the commercials.
Yeah.
But he is amazing. I've been dying to see the movie still,
He's a good actor.
It's for Whiplash. He's a music teacher in it. But he's this psychotic, abusive teacher that's just, I don't know. His character just seems really intimidating, and I'm dying to see it still.
Yeah, he's really good at playing total polar opposite characters. He can be a nice, cheerful kind of, just Heidi-ho family kind of guy, and
Yeah.
he plays really sadistic neo-Nazi. You know,
Yeah,
like,
he can be.
He
He
can do
can
whatever.
be terrifying. He
Yeah.
can be absolutely terrifying.
He's played
for anybody who's seen Oz, they know.
Yeah, he's
the
played
HBO series.
What else has he been? He's been a cop in like a TV series too, right?
I think so. Yeah.
He's been a ton of stuff.
Yeah, the dude's. All
I'm looking
over
up
the
this
place.
guy's.
Got his IMDb.
No, what is it? Yeah, I guess you could call it that. He's done Up in the Air. Oh yeah, he did the Jobs movie, which is dog shit, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Dog shit. They're working
We
on
won't
a new
talk
one
about that
too.
one. Yeah, they are.
They're working on a new one, and I just heard that my buddy Chris O'Brien, who I endorse his bracelets, his fuck, what was it? Something equality. It was kind of like a bracelet just representing like, hey, don't be an asshole to people that, you know,
Right.
of the
people
want to love
people
the
that are
same sex
different.
kind of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess he's going to be an extra in the new one.
Oh, that's awesome. Wait,
Yeah.
I think I saw that on Facebook. Actually,
Yeah,
He got
yeah. So
secured
it's cool.
for that.
I don't know what they're going to do with the new Jobs movie.
That's
but
awesome. I'd love to
anything
get into extra work, man. That'd be fun.
Oh, anything's better than that movie. That movie was it was too silly. It was too silly.
That was the one with Ashton Kutcher, right?
Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
think he's that bad of an actor, but something about this movie just came. So much of it came off just not convincing, I guess.
Just wasn't done right.
I don't know. Fuck do I know? I don't make movies. I can't act.
Then, of course, we have what some people called one of the biggest Oscar snubs, Nightcrawler.
Oh, I loved it.
I just
Didn't I
finally
tell you
saw
about
that. I
that
saw
movie?
it, man. I saw it.
Did you like it?
Yes. I think, oh, man. Jake Gyllenhaal did an amazing job. That's my
Absolutely.
favorite role I've ever seen him in.
Absolutely.
What a creep.
Super creep.
What a creep.
And the topic, I like it, man. Just the underbelly of what can happen in that shock and awe journalism of taking pictures of accidents and murders and
yeah,
stuff. You know?
it's really an interesting topic.
It's
and
such cutthroat too.
the thing
you
that
know?
really did it over for me too is what I found interesting was honestly if Jake Gyllenhaal wasn't acting as well as he was, and it was like a different actor playing, obviously doing their take on the character.
Yeah.
I think it would have been not so good of a movie. I think Jake Gyllenhaal was really such a central piece to that movie.
Definitely.
Just because of the feel that he brought to it and that vibe that he really brought together that whole dark undertone of that scene. Like,
yeah, they really casted him well. You know, obviously, even like it sounds obvious and stupid, but he had the perfect face for that character. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Just
he did.
a little
Especially
bit of that
when he
weight
lost
loss,
the weight too.
you know, the
yeah.
eyes. You
Leaned
know,
it out.
he's still like he's crazy, but still kind of handsome. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And then like
Movie
just
was fucking
yeah,
really
that was
good.
great. So that was an Oscar snub. I thought he should have gotten at least a nomination for something. man.
Yeah, I'm glad you saw that movie.
It
That was
great.
good.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That was one that was on my list to see ASAP. That and Whiplash.
Yeah, I need to see Whiplash. I need to write that down. I need
yeah.
to see all those movies. The
Birdman.
Budapest.
Budapest.
Yeah.
That won a couple Oscars too. I was going to get to that next. What did they win for? I believe they won for, I want to say production. Yeah. Best production design.
Yeah, it's got a neat color tone to
The
it.
costume
I guess,
design.
right?
Yeah, dude, this is a fun movie. I think you'd love this
I bet I
movie.
would
It's
love it.
like the costumes are so like vibrant and colorful. The
Yeah.
set design is really unique in it.
Does it feel like it has like a purple pink theme?
Yes,
Or
yeah,
is
it definitely does.
Really?
The
Okay.
whole
That's what I
hotel's
got
like
from
a light
it.
pink. A lot of the suits of the hotel staff are like purple.
Yeah.
This bright purple.
So
and just
cool.
all the set design and the cinematography too is cool too. I mean, it's Wes Anderson, so you know what you're getting there. It's really unique.
What else has Wes Anderson done?
He did the Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh, yep,
That
duh.
was one.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they got makeup and hairstyling too for the Grand Budapest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The costume design was great. Ralph Fiennes was awesome in it too. There's a lot of good actors, a lot of surprise cameos too. They like snuck
Was Murray in that?
Bill Murray, yeah,
Yes, he
Bill
is.
Murray, Owen Wilson. They threw a lot of.
It's like he's got a contract with that director.
Willem
Like, all right, the
Dafoe's
next
in it, too.
15 movies,
Oh,
have to
man.
be in it.
Willem Dafoe's in it too. He like barely says a word. The dude is just intimidating the entire time he's on the screen. He is. Guy's just
So
terrifying.
what is it? The Budapest
The Grand
The Grand
Budapest Hotel.
Hotel.
Fun story. It's one of them. I'd say overall this year, it's really one of the most unique movies I've seen for the year and for a long time. Actually, that's a lot. Like one thing people complain about a lot is Hollywood's all reboots and stuff and remakes. They don't have enough unique
Which a
ideas.
lot of it is right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the Grand Budapest Hotel is a unique idea that Hollywood has put out, and I think it deserves a lot of fan support.
Yeah, definitely. More people should probably see it, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just to get a nice like.
Just to see a fun movie. It's got got like this whimsical vibe with like some dark humor underneath, and like it's just great. It's great. It's a great movie.
It's probably refreshing with just like the sea of like what you said, just remakes and reboots and just like I don't know, bottom of the barrel kind of stuff. You know,
yeah,
I've been waiting for something scary that is actually impactful, like something that.
Or like a horror movie?
Yeah, something that just like.
Good luck.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Good luck. That's one of the genres.
That's
where
the
it's
genre
like
that I feel like I have
hacky.
I just don't.
Refurbish. It's the same thing. It's been the same thing for almost 10 years.
Yeah,
and I guess I'm not like a connoisseur of scary movies, and maybe there's some out there that are really good, but I'm not looking for something that's an overload of gore. That's not. Like,
I
the
hate
scariness.
that. Like the Saw movies and stuff that are just gore fest. How can we rip this guy's arms off in the most twisted way possible?
Yeah. Well, there's just a lot of praise lately, I think, because the standards are almost gone down from like the big theater scary movies down to like the B classified horror movies.
Yeah.
And a lot of people praise. There's a lot of movies out there that are getting a lot of decent praise, and they're kind of like straight to DVD type of scary movies. And I've never seen them, but I'm making kind of like an ignorant judgment that it's like, well, what makes it so good? Is it just the realism of like the gore? I'm okay with getting with heads getting cut off and people's heads shoved in people's assholes and like I'm okay,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what kind of scary I'm looking for. I'm just looking for something that's not all based on audio.
just like and you
like,
shouldn't have to
boom,
just need violence
be
and
scared.
jump scares. Don't even get me started on those.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quiet. Oh, it's quiet. Oh, it's quiet. Jump.
I'm gonna grab your foot and pull you off the bed.
Oh yeah, ghosts.
I've never
Ghosts
seen
are
that.
such trolls in these horror movies, man. They just like they don't get down to business. They're like, oh no, I turned this picture and now it's at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah. I can't.
Spooky.
I can't do it, man. I've given up on them. I've given up a long time ago.
Or like the found footage paranormal activity crap.
Well, what do I know about scary movies? Because the last movies that really scared me, because I think I'm an easy scare, unless I know what I'm about to watch.
Yeah.
Like these ghost movies and the Saw movies, are the M. Night Shyamalan movies. Dude, Sign scared the fucking Spanish out of me. It was scary as fuck.
You know when I was scared the Spanish out of
It was scary, man. The aliens.
Oh, it's just tough. I have
I like The Village too.
I have trouble hearing M. Night Shyamalan and not laughing because he has just ruined his career. He made a couple of movies that I actually really enjoy.
I liked him, man. I loved Signs. I thought Signs was great.
I did like Signs.
The way he does it to me is scary, and the big thing is that he teams up with some really good score writers. I've bought some of those scores. I have Signs, and I also have the Village scores, which I don't even know why I bought them because I can't listen to them because they scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
They're really creepy, man. Really creepy.
You know a movie I really liked of his? Unbreakable.
Unbreakable was very cool.
I really liked that.
Oh yeah,
that
definitely. I knew
really
you would
cool
like
theme
that.
to it.
That's definitely a
That's
good
a
comic
and you know what? That's an original superhero movie too. That's not one from comics. That's just a created superhero that is actually interesting.
Yep. No, I definitely like that. I think he has more good than bad movies, and even the movies that people regard as bad, I still like. I still like The Lady in the Water. Have you seen that?
I have. I can't say I'm a fan of it.
I liked it.
I
There's
don't
a
know.
little bit of a modern.
He's getting. I'm worried that he's getting a little bit too high on the bad movie count myself, to be honest.
It's
Have you seen The Happening?
I saw The Happening. It was goofy, but
oh my god, Mark Wahlberg had the most phoned-in acting I've seen in a long time. You could just tell he did not give a shit about that movie.
No, he might not have, or he tried to.
If you just watch it again, like the scene where that old lady's like, "You're trying to kill me," and he does this fake like, "What? No!" It's just so bad.
I liked it. I'm a sucker.
Or The Last Airbender.
Oh no.
Oh god.
We can't talk about that movie.
Oh god.
We can't talk about that one. That one intentionally wasn't meant to be scary. I guess the movie was definitely a flop.
Or how about that After Earth
But you know
movie
what?
with Will Smith?
Yeah, that was him, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. They like tried to keep him off the posters and stuff though, so that more people would see it.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then it was just kind of dumb.
Was it stupid? I didn't see that.
Oh
movie.
yeah. It
How about
was
Devil?
just-
Did you get into Devil?
I haven't seen Devil. I didn't really.
You might not mind it.
I didn't watch Devil. No.
It's all about an elevator. That's all. I gotta say.
Yeah. That was one that I just kind of steered away from once I saw the concept and everything. I was just like,
Oh shit!
I don't know M. Night. I don't
He
know.
did Stuart Little.
Yeah. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
the mouse movie.
Yeah. See,
Dude,
more
I can't.
good. Come on, more good than bad.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do a tally.
All right.
We'll have to do. But we also are kind of disagreeing on some of his movies that are good and bad.
That's true. That's true.
Because
Fucking signs, man.
I'd call The Happening.
Don't live on a farm. That's
Maybe a so bad it's good movie. Because if you watch that movie as a comedy, you will fucking crack up at people lying down in front of lawnmowers and shit.
Yeah. I know. Well, okay, the concept was creepy. It's like, that's the problem, where you can have a good concept. To me, you can have a good concept, but it's all about the delivery, right?
It is.
It's literally all about the movie.
And that's the problem, though, when you have actors that don't give a shit about what they're doing. I don't think Mark Wahlberg, that was probably the worst I've seen him act in a movie.
I just try to put myself in the movie a little bit, and that's what ends up freaking
and
me
like
out.
what you would do in the situation.
You know, you're watching The Happening, and all of a sudden people just stop. And they're just looking at each other, and you're like, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? Are you okay?
Yeah.
And then just a minute later, they're just walking up to a tree and just smashing their face into a branch or something. You know, it's creepy to think
that comes out as creepy.
You saw a whole block of that, you know? Or, you know, the beginning of the movie has the guys just smashing from the top of the building.
Yeah,
you know?
when they're just jumping off and stuff.
It's like the beginning of the snowball it was scary, you know, and then as it went on, it kind of like the layer of cheese kind of came after that.
Then it just turns into an environmental message of don't beat up the trees.
Hey man, don't beat up the trees. You want they'll fuck
no,
you
no,
up.
that other scene too, where they're like, we have to get away from the trees, and they're like, because they figure out like the wind is blowing the poison, and they run away from the wind. I'm sorry, that's cheesy as fuck.
Hey man,
they're just running from the wind, and like the wind's chasing them over the grass. It's just like.
That'll make you think twice about throwing your cigarette butts out the window, okay?
I don't smoke, so I'm good.
Exactly. I'm just letting people know, all right?
But yeah, don't throw your cigarette butts out the window.
Yeah, or else your rose bush will come after you and you'll end up throwing them again.
Your fucking ferns are going to choke you to death.
Did you like The Village or no?
Honestly, I can't even really remember The Village.
I should let you borrow it.
I've only seen it once, and I can't really remember it.
I think you will like it. I think you'll like it in the sense of why you would like a good Twilight episode. Like a...
Twilight Zone?
Twilight Zone
Oh, okay.
episode.
You scared me for a second. I thought you were talking about the,
Oh, those movies are fucking awesome.
the Twilight franchise,
No, I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Which team are you on?
I'm on Team Me.
I'm on team don't watch these movies.
No, I'll let you borrow it. You'll like The Village. All right, so movies.
Yeah, movies.
Okay.
Good stuff.
We got your movie stuff. What else have you been seeing? What's going on?
So, to bring it to a more depressing tone,
Oh.
I saw a very, very interesting
More than M. Night
interview.
Shyamalan? How dare you?
I know, right? A very interesting interview with a DEA agent. You can find this. It's a journalist named Ben Norton. You can find him. He's bennorton.com. That's his website. But this DEA agent... what's his name? I want to find him. Matthew Fogg. He used to be a U.S. Marshal and a special agent for the DEA. He was very enthusiastic. He got the nickname Batman, actually, for how enthusiastic he was, like, cracking down, searching, destroying all these places.
Mm-hmm.
But he slowly learns that there were only certain zones that the DEA would target, and basically the DEA their MO is to only target poorer, low-class, downtrodden communities, where it's basically their idea was don't target rich and white areas and target the downtrodden poor class because they know they'll get away with more. Because when he asked about it afterwards, he says, is my phone going?
How dare you?
God damn it.
How dare you and your phone? Who's calling you right now?
I'm not even looking. I'm in the zone right now.
It's a fucking DEA. They're pissed off you're talking about
I know, right?
Mr. Tracy?
No, he makes a comment. He's like, in like Springfield and stuff, and more like well-developed areas, drugs are a big thing out there. And basically, the agent that was in charge said, if we go out there and mess with them, though, all these richer people, they know judges, they have lawyers, they know politicians, and somebody's gonna
it's the association with the upper class.
Use their connections to shut us down. So we just go for the poverty-stricken areas that's all minorities. Stay away from these rich white assholes that are, Yeah. So basically, he's saying that the DEA basically targets on class and race.
Yeah.
Which,
do you think that plays? Do you think a little bit of that plays into the frustration you're seeing lately with a lot of these protests and a lot of people coming out of the woodwork with in these lower class neighborhoods, parts of the city, which is a lot in this country, and. Do you think that has to play with any of like their frustration? Like, yeah, we've known this forever. We're, you want us to tie up our boots and go and get shit done, like you say, that is so easy. When there's an actual system out there that if you crawl near it, it's gonna catch you and it's gonna fuck you. And it's also there to protect people of the other end of the class spectrum. Like that's frustrating. I can see that obviously being frustrating because when you talk about the law, you would think that the law is supposed to be enforced across the plane.
Right. And it should. That's ideally how the law would operate. But basically what he's saying is that the war on drugs is really a war on race and class.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it. And the drugs are just a means to an end to help control the lower class.
Wow.
And he was a U.S. Marshal, special DEA agent, coming out and saying this stuff now that he's retired. He talks about it all the way back to the Nixon days, where I guess apparently Nixon is, emphasizing that you have to face the fact that he thought the whole problem is really the blacks, and the key is to devise a system that recognizes this while not appearing to recognize it. Which
looks like it's
drugs.
Yeah,
so,
which is the case for a lot of things, right?
Yeah,
do something, but don't make it look like you're doing it.
Exactly. So that's where the war on drugs came from, and they knew that they were flat out lying about like marijuana and stuff. They knew they were lying when they talked about the dangers and why they're starting this war on drugs.
Of course
but
they
it
were.
just served their fucking purpose.
Of course they were.
And it's just it's so frustrating, especially hearing guys like this that come out and basically say, "Yeah, that's pretty much what the deal is, guy."
No shit. It's funny you mention that because it goes a little bit into something that I saw a couple days ago, and it's a documentary that was based around a really good book.
Yeah.
Let me just look this up real quick so I don't butcher the fuck out of this. But I mean, I can see the frustration with just so much of a portion of our society with just how things are going. Just this idea that the system leans a little more towards one side and not the other side.
Yeah.
Where that other side, it's like life is hard. Life is very, very hard.
Absolutely.
And more than likely, you're going to want to try to make it easier on yourself. And if you try at it, you're kind of swimming against a current,
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of argument that says, like, no, it's an even playing field and anybody can make it here. And that might be true, but some people, there's at least one or two layers of resistance that are on them, And you might think, oh, that's bullshit, that's...
that's an excuse.
Yeah,
or whatever.
It's an excuse. You're taking the side of the poor or the minority, know? No, man, it happens to everybody. It happens to you. You can be white and piss poor, and the system will fuck you. And the guy down the street who's white and perfectly fine and able and plays golf every couple Sundays with the fucking this chief of this or this judge from this district. We all have friends in pockets, and I guess that's what you do when you have friends. You have them help you when you're in a shitty situation.
Yeah,
but
it's just like...
to do the same crime that somebody else would and to not get prosecuted for it the same way another person would. You know, it just like, to me, it disintegrates the value of the whole system of law of this,
it does,
and it makes
yeah,
you not respect
absolutely.
it. It just it makes you not respect it.
When
and when you don't respect it, a symptom of that can be some of these the lashing out of some of these protests. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trust me, police officers should not die. They should not be getting shot in their cars like in New York
Well, yeah,
or in this
not
last
at all.
week in the protests over in Ferguson. Obviously not, you know. But it's not black and white, man. It's very gray. And you need to. I think we really need to try to somewhat understand and to use a little bit of empathy in looking into why certain classes act a certain way. You know, we try to simplify this whole thing just way too much, and it's just disingenuous. It's not something you can simplify because you don't fucking know what really goes on in the history of it. And I'll probably get into it in the next podcast, but it's like it's the same thing that has to do with what I was about to say, which has to do with Latinos in America and just a lot of Hispanic communities, where the idea of how, you know, the banter and the talk about aliens, you know, just aliens in general.
Oh, I hate that term.
Aliens.
That's just
It's just
immediately paints you as something that's
it's
not
just
welcome.
It's a weird word to use, but the idea that from this documentary and this book that I really want to read, and which I've known about because I read a book on the Nicaragua conflict between the Contras and the Sandinistas, and it pretty much boils down to certain activities and certain conflicts that are aided and funded by America to for whether it's like a political or a resource gain. You know how like you can push in somebody in power in a certain region and country. I mean, we do it over in the Middle East. You know?
Oh yeah.
They've done this all through Central America, and they've done this all through Mexico. And a lot of the conflict that goes down there that's endorsed and pushed by America, you get refugees. And the refugees, where do they go? They want to go where it's safe. And where is safe? Up north. So you have an abundance of people here in this country that are talked about like they're animals by people that don't understand that it's this country itself that has a hand in the pot of the idea that they've pushed so much of that society to this country with the violence that they pushed on those countries, you know, and with the Sandinistas and the Contras and Ronald Reagan administration, like it's I think the book was called Blood Brothers, or I think it's Blood Brothers. I'll try to remember, but it really breaks down the idea of how the American government wants a certain type of person in cabinet leading a certain country when the country doesn't want that, and that's why you get guerrilla warfare against an administration, you know. And America takes notice of that, and then they end up wanting to push the other way, you know. And these are these money-endorsed conflicts. You wonder why the fuck people want to get out of their country. They got bullets flying left and right. And And the second they escape and
it's
then
a fucking war zone.
get up
That's
here,
why they want to leave.
Yeah, you're called an alien, you know.
Yeah.
You're called an alien. You're called just you know, a part of the deadbeat society that needs to go back and go home, you know. It's just
it's a very degrading term.
Super degrading.
It is.
But
not cool, man.
Yeah, that's I guess some of the main points of it, but I'll try to get into it the next time. So, Harvest of the Empire. Check it out. That's what it is.
Yes, very cool.
And we're at the end. 12.
We're at the end. Weird fact of the week.
Oh, you got no time for that right now.
Did you know that you're twice as likely to be killed by a vending machine than by a shark?
There you go. All you Cape Codders, go swimming.
Don't
perfectly
play
fine.
with vending machines. They'll crush you.
But you can go swimming.
That's right. Go swimming. Quick one. Quick weird fact.
Don't go to the vending machine. It'll fucking kill you on the long run too, right?
It will. Oh, yeah, that's true. 2 ways. Poison. All the food is poison.
So, The Intercept, look them up. And podbean.com, if you want to start your own podcast or anything like that, get on there. It's a great free service to start out, okay? Check them out. We use them, and I really like it. And it's helped us kind of continue this in the way that we want to. So, check it out. Episode 12.
12 is done.
All right, buddy. Peace and love.
Over and out.
All right.